I'm sure you'll agree real estate can be a tough business. You're waiting for the phone to ring. You're hoping the market gets better. You're hoping somebody wants to buy or sell. And it seems sometimes like nothing's happening. And in the meantime, you see other agents throwing deals up on the board. How the heck do they do it? The reality is that they have information and market awareness. They're aware of opportunities you simply are not. The great news, though, is that opportunities are all around us. You just need to know how to find them. And that's exactly why we created our free AI market opportunity analyzers. This involved training what we call GPTs with key strategies from more than 30 years of new home sales training experience and leveraging the power of AI to uncover these hidden opportunities for you in just a matter of minutes. And did I mention that these are yours absolutely free? Let's take a look at how you can get started. Okay, to get started here, what I'm going to ask you to do, follow the link below or simply go to sellnewhomes.com. So if you go to our website, sellnewhomes.com, you'll see the image we have here. Scroll down and you'll find just a little bit down the page, new and free, unlock local market insights instantly. So let's go ahead and let's click on that. And that's going to take us to a page where you can very quickly sign up, just a little basic information to unlock your access to both of the analyzers. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that, get some info in there. And when we click on that screen, it submits us. It takes us now to this next screen, and you now can access the AI New Home Market Analyzer or the Remodeling Market Opportunity Analyzer right here at this point. So let's click on the New Home Analyzer. You have to have a ChatGPT account. This will work with the free account, but apparently it's a little more powerful if you do have a Plus or a Pro account. So what you're looking at here is a Plus account, and I use it every day over and over, so it's pretty darn cool. And this screen here, you'll see AI New Home Market Analyzer, and click here to begin your market analysis. We'll click in there and give it a moment to open up, and sometimes it moves a little bit more slowly. And what it says here is great. Let's get to work. What city, zip code, or region are you targeting, and what's your primary goal? So it offers a few examples. Guide buyers with the right new construction options, partner with local builders or site agents, spot development trends and early inventory, price strategy for listings near new builds. Position yourself as a new home expert in your market. So you can really come up with any number of things. Keep in mind, we've trained this GPT to give you structured feedback. We've taught it the kinds of data to access, the kind of information that you'll find helpful. So that's very cool. To begin, if you'd like, you can just simply type in here. I'm going to put Orange County, California, and we'll submit that. And you can also say, give me an overview or whatever, but you can see how quickly this comes up. And what it says here, here's a fresh market analysis for new home construction in Orange County, California, tailored for you as an agent/broker. Quick take, building permits, all private housing structures rose to 6,972 units in 2024 versus 6,481 in 23, showing modest permit growth. Both single and multifamily starts saw strong year-over-year growth. Available inventory is up. Homes are taking somewhat longer to sell than a year ago. Days on market are increasing. We now have a market pulse. So we're talking about permits, starts, inventory, time on the market, some of the data there. 12 to 24 month outlook. We talk about the supply pipeline. We talk about price pressures, sales velocity. Builders in key communities comes up next. So some of the key builders are named here, some of the communities, the product types. Number 5 here is product and pricing. So it talks about price bands, cost per square foot, the home types, spec versus to be built homes. So we get a sense of all that. Buyer profiles and affordability, opportunities and plays for you as an agent or a broker. So great stuff in here, strategies on how you might take advantage of some of these opportunities, might pursue things in your business. And then number 8 here is risks and watch outs. Number 9 is action plans. So some of those ideas put into an action plan that you can apply. Data notes, giving you just a little idea what the data has pulled, where that's come from. And then finally, it offers here to put together a hype local breakdown by city or zip of the new home supply, pricing, so you can pinpoint where to double down, focus your efforts. Now, at this point, you can drill into any of these in further detail. You can say, let me take a look at custom builders and the opportunities around that. You can ask for strategies on how you might connect with builders, how you might take advantage, for example, of participation at local planning commission meetings and leverage that in various ways. So there's so many ways you can use this, but we've laid the groundwork so that in the background, this GPT is understanding who you are, what you're trying to do, and focusing on that market. Couple of things I'd encourage you to go into this GPT. You can go in as often as you like to monitor changes and see what's happening. Your responses may come back differently depending on when you go in and what changes may have come about. You can ask about government programs, incentives, investments, and so on, all around the new homes arena. What we were excited when we created this is the feedback we received from a handful of folks we've known for years who are doing this every day for a living, working in the new homes arena, researching and so on. One of the very best bits of feedback we got a kick out of is a really great friend of ours, David Schoner, and we have a YouTube interview we put together with David. David was in the business of new home market research. He worked for HUD when he was younger, and he did market research for big builders up and down the East Coast. He then moved into a position where he was managing, for the last 30 years now, a new homes division for a very large real estate company on the East Coast. And David and his team have marketed hundreds of subdivisions, thousands and thousands of homes. His territory right now for his new homes divisions apparently covers about 100 square miles, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, big footprint. I don't know anyone who has more experience than David and his team in the area of new home research and the success in bringing successful new home subdivisions, new home product to life. David dug into this GPT, and I asked him if we'd really appreciate his feedback. The next day I got a phone call. He says, okay, Dan, I didn't sleep last night. To me, this was like a thrill ride. Now, maybe not all of you are going to have as much fun and excitement as David did, knowing that this is his background and his business, but he was blown away by the data he was able to pull, in depth, all kinds of background information, the politics of an area. He said the kinds of things that not only would have taken him months and months, sometimes years to dig up, but information he may never have found otherwise. So very excited to get that feedback, very excited to bring this to you as a tool you can use to explore opportunities in your market area. Other folks who've tested this, tried this out, have come back and said, wow, I discovered some custom builders in I had no idea they existed, and I now have some information I can use to follow that up, hopefully see if I couldn't put together some sort of a business opportunity, or at the very least, be aware of inventory coming to the market that you could bring to some of your buyers, maybe investment opportunities and so on. So that's what that's all about. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go back here now to our opt-in page, we call it. Let's take a look at the remodeling market analyzer. And so that pops up, AI Remodeling Market Opportunity Analyzer. Again, click here to begin your analysis. And what we have here is great. To get started with your remodeling opportunity report, I need a few details: location, zip code, city or county, target audience. It says, who do you want to focus on? Sellers, buyers, sphere of influence, seniors, multi-generational, ADU, investors, or we can simply say we're interested in all markets. Optional but helpful: age range of homes you're most interested in, time frame, for example, planning for the next 12 to 24 months, budget range, if that applies. Once I have this, I'll generate a full remodeling market report tailored to your goals. So I'm going to put in Orange County, California, again, because that's just because we're located. And I'm going to say all target audiences. Okay. And time frame, I'll say next 12, I'm having trouble seeing my keyboard here, 24 months. And I think that's it. I'll just say comprehensive phone. Okay, so we'll give it a moment here. It says it's searching the web, it's gathering data. And sometimes, depending on how busy ChatGPT is, it can take a few moments, but wow, this came up just instantly. So here's a comprehensive remodeling opportunity report for Orange County, California over the next 12 to 24 months, covering all target audiences. This includes sellers, buyers, sphere of influence, seniors, aging in place. And again, these are the things that we have built in. We've trained into this GPT so that it gives you great information. It includes multi-generational ADUs, investors, flippers. Use this to help you position your business or client offerings. So again, there's a market snapshot. It's referring to it here as the remodel lens, and it gives you a breakdown, commentary, implications, opportunities for sellers, opportunities for buyers, talking about the good bones approach that we teach in our training, buy and remodel versus turnkey, sphere of influence, seniors, all the different categories, action plans and scripts, pre-listing remodeling checklist and buyer checklist. Just a great idea on just various tips here you can use for those purposes. Tips for building a pipeline, repeat business. So it talks about that, cost and feasibility. It just goes on and on. And then, of course, sources and links, and maybe things you could explore further to give you more information. So now it says, if you like, I could pull together a zip code level version, right? So you zero in on a city as opposed to the entire county. So you can see which sub-markets here in Orange County have the strongest opportunities. Would you like me to do that? So very, very cool. It gives you a leading question to move you forward. Again, you can dig into any of these target markets and pursue things further. So I hope you're as excited as we are about this, and how cool for you to be able to not only get a sense right up front, but also to recognize that there's gold in them apples, as they say. And once you have this awareness, I think you need to say to yourself, look, if I'm going to go out there and I'm going to pursue builders, I'm going to explore some of these opportunities, maybe get involved in the Builders Association, attend planning commission meetings, you need to be able to speak the language. You need to know what to say, what not to say. As opportunities come about, you need to know the kinds of questions to ask and how to help structure those things. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And the same thing in the remodeling arena. I will tell you that our remodeling course will offer you strategies where winning listings, some of our graduates describe it as if they're shooting fish in a barrel. It's just a powerful way to win listings, to win sellers' confidence. It's a powerful way to work with buyers who are frustrated, not able to find the inventory they want, or frustrated with what their money buys in this market. So lots of different uses. I hope this little introduction here is giving you an idea how these work, the potential power. I encourage you, again, follow the links, check it out. In a matter of 15, 20 minutes, you can have an awareness of your market area and opportunities there you may never have had otherwise. And by the way, did I mention that our AI market opportunity analyzers are absolutely free? There's no cost. You have nothing to lose. So run, don't walk to sellnewhomes.com, scroll down on the homepage, click that link, and you can get started today.